Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, I'm going to answer one of your requests to do a video specifically on the up house. I realized that when I was asked that question that I had not done a video on the up house dangling from the ceiling there over the city. It worked out really well, actually, to put it dangling over the city because it gave me an extra slot in the residential area here, which, real estate's really difficult to come by. I mean, look at this. We have this very nice open lot right there for something in the future. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys kind of how I did this thing. Obviously, I got to show you how I connected it to the up house itself, and of course, made sure it was secured to the ceiling there as well. So the up house has landed. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing. I've removed Mr. Fredrickson and Russell and Doug out of the way for a second here. So at the back here, we can see the string coming out the top of the chimney. It is going through this tile right here, and man, it would be great if this tile was strong enough to withstand the whole weight of this thing, but it is not. It's just kind of there to help guide the string upwards through those balloons. But as you can see there, it does a great job of holding that thing up here. So one of the challenges, anchoring it was actually the easy part. The challenge was getting it so that when the string lifts it, it's not at a weird angle, right? So it's at the center of gravity. And I found that this part right there where it comes out of the chimney is the best area for the center of gravity. So let's go ahead and see if we can dissect this thing a little bit, and I'll show you guys. Now, obviously, it'd be fantastic if I could get like 8 times the amount of balloons. That'd be more realistic, but maybe someday. For now, it's a very small amount of balloons there. So let's take off the roof elements here. Let's see if I can do it without breaking it. Oh, I did it. Wow. Usually I break the heck out of it. We'll take off this roof element here, as well as this one, because I think that's going to give us a pretty good look at how this thing is constructed. Let's take this off too. Why not? We're just taking this thing apart. We'll get down to the bare bones of this thing, guys. So yeah, there's a good shot of it right there. So I had to buff the heck out of the chimney stud here. So as it's connected here with some Technic pins, I took out the small pins and put a longer pin in it, so it goes through 3 bricks instead of just 2, and that meets there at 2 angles. So that's a lot more robust and stronger, so that it actually holds together really well. Before it would just rip this whole rafter out of the set, and it was quite sad. Now, the string continues on between these 2 floorboards into the lower level. So what I'm going to do here is very carefully take this thing off here. And yeah, it'll suck the string in there, which is fine. And then we can kind of see where that thing goes, which is underneath that 2x4 plate there. I think I put that plate there. I don't think that was there originally from Ken Plata's design. But beneath those plates there, the floor plates, there are several 2x4 white bricks, and I tangled that string all around those things. So it's quite sturdy. It's not going to be pulled out of there. I mean, it could be, but it's pretty dang strong. If you really wanted to, you could pull it out, but for the sake of this, the weight of the set, you're fine. So let's go ahead and string that back through. Put this back, because it's modular, right? If this was all solid, yeah, we could just secure it right there and you're good to go. And that's, that's a way you could do it, is to just make it so it's not a modular, so it doesn't come apart like that. And then just find a way to secure it up here, and then you're good to go, right? But as you can see, that doesn't work if it's a modular design. So let me go ahead and get that rope. Not really a rope, it's a string all tightened up there. And then you're good to go. So after I got that, the anchor set up, and I got a good center of gravity, then it was about getting it hung up to the ceiling. So for that, I had to find a stud. You got to make sure it's finding a stud, not just sheetrock. So I found a good stud up there with a stud finder in an area that I felt was good for it to be floating over the city. I did that with a little kind of a metal, I don't know what you'd call that thing, a small little plate, I guess, and that allowed me to take the string here at the top and just loop it around it. And I secured the other side here with a couple of white plates to just make sure it's nice and clamped together there, so it's not going to come out. And then I was ready to take that first step of letting it go and hoping that it doesn't come crashing down. Now, as much as I would actually love to put Doug and the other minifigures in my display case, I actually thought it'd be kind of fun to actually put them hanging from the house. So I found this element here, this kind of hose from my private collection there, and just kind of put it right there. So we had Russell and Mr. Fredrickson hanging over the city there quite nicely. So once that is in there, the biggest problem here, guys, let me step down from my stool here. After this step is done, the last step is kind of frustrating because I have to wait for it to stop spinning around, and because I would like it to be facing this way. You know, people come downstairs and they see the city. It's nice to actually have it, facing this way, right here, like that, right? So once it's done spinning around, I figure out, okay, it looks like it needs to twist a little bit more a certain way, and then it comes down to trial and error with it, honestly. But for now, it looks like it's doing okay. Let me go ahead and pull that screen down a little bit so it doesn't look so messy. There we go. All right. Actually, it doesn't look like it's moving too much. So maybe we got that. Maybe we got that working, guys. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Hey guys, well that is going to wrap it up. And at the moment, nope, it's still swinging the other way. I can see it. Darn it, that's okay. Like I said, I got it. That's the final step, is figuring out that orientation. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that and got some insight on how that thing is hung up. And maybe it's a segue into hanging up some other things around the city, planes and helicopters, like you guys have been telling me to do for the last, 10 years or so that I've been making videos. Anyway, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed that, hanging up the up house. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.